At first glance, comparing T-Mobile to Mint Mobile might not seem like it's apples to apples. And honestly, I can imagine the comments already, like,
why does this video even exist? Well, worth the watch.
But I am here to tell you that T-Mobile has new low-cost plans that are very comparable to low-cost carriers like Good to Go, Twigby, and Mint Mobile. But are T-Mobile's new plans better than low-cost carriers? Today I'm comparing Mint and T-Mobile's new plans to see whose are better. At the end of the video, you'll walk away with a minty fresh feeling. And I'm horrible at puns. If you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel, WhistleOut TV. I come out with new videos every Friday all about cell phone plans, the internet, and more, and I'd love for you to join along. Now, by the end of this video, you'll know which carrier you should choose for your next low-cost cell phone plan. And to decide the best carrier, I'm comparing the two in 5 categories: plans, data speeds, coverage, pricing, and perks. At the end of each category, I'll award a gold star, and the carrier with the most gold stars at the end wins. Now, T-Mobile hasn't always been in the low-cost game. They only recently came out with these budget plans because of the Sprint merger. Before this, their cheapest plan was $40 a month. Now, I'm comparing 3 plans from T-Mobile, the new 2 and 5 gigabyte plans, and a 10 gigabyte plan, which isn't low cost, but is the only plan that can semi-compete with Mint's 12 gigabyte plan. Now, I'm comparing these to Mint Mobile's 3, 8, and 12 gigabyte plans to see if they stack up. Each carrier has 3 plans, and the amount of data varies slightly. Each offers unlimited talk and text. Each offers the use of a hotspot. Mint allows you free unlimited talk and text to Mexico and Canada. T-Mobile does not. And after you use up your set amount of high-speed data for the 2 and 5 gigabyte plans on T-Mobile, T-Mobile cuts you off, a hard data cap, where Mint just slows your data down to 2G speeds, which is known as a soft data cap. Now, Mint's plans come with more monthly data along with soft data caps, so I'm awarding them the gold star in this category. Next up, we're comparing data speeds. Now, when it comes to data speeds, this one is a tie, and we're going to give a gold star to each. Each carrier's high-speed data will have the same speeds depending on your coverage and where you are. Now, mobile analytics company OpenSignal tested 1.6 million devices and over 5 billion measurements and found that T-Mobile has the second fastest download speeds and the fastest upload speeds of all the 4 major carriers. So as long as you have coverage, you'll be good to go with either carrier. And because of that, we're giving a gold star to each and calling this one a tie. But just a little disclaimer, because Mint Mobile is an MVNO, a mobile virtual network operator, their data speeds are deprioritized compared to T-Mobile's customers. So at some points, Mint users might experience slower speeds than T-Mobile users, but we're still going to call this one a tie. Now, I briefly mentioned before that data speeds can be affected by your coverage. So now we're going to go over coverage, and we're calling this one a tie because T-Mobile and Mint have the exact same coverage because they run on the same network, which is T-Mobile. Now, T-Mobile does have nationwide coverage, but it lacks in Maine, large parts of the Midwest, along with scattered coverage on the West Coast. To see if you have coverage in your area, you can use our coverage checker on WhistleOut.com, and I have a link in the description for you. All you need to do is type in your address, click search, and click on the map in the upper right-hand corner, and you can see exactly what each carrier's coverage is like in your area. Now, the prices start out the same at $15, but ultimately Mint offers the better value, giving you 12 gigabytes of data for $25, where T-Mobile charges $40 for 10. But this is a disclaimer, the pricing for Mint is introductory and for first-time customers. After 3 months, the prices go up by $15 each. However, if you prepay for a full year, the cost stays the same as the intro price. You just have to pay for it up front. And if you can't pay for a full year, T-Mobile's plans end up being more affordable at full price. If you prepay for Mint Mobile, let's say the 12 gigabyte plan, the most expensive plan, that's $300 a year. Now, if you were to pay the full price for T-Mobile's 10 gigabyte plan, the most comparable plan, that comes out to $480 a year. So by going with Mint, you are saving $180 a year if you prepay for it up front, and you save $60 a year if you prepay for the 8 gigabyte plan up front. And because of that, because the value is just a little bit better with Mint Mobile, if you decide to prepay, we're going to give them the gold star. Now we are talking perks. Perks are any free extras or add-ons that come with your cell phone plan that you don't have to pay for. Now, T-Mobile has 2 perks. The first one is with the 2 and 5 gigabyte plan. There is a 500 megabyte annual upgrade. So what that means is every year you have the plan, you get an extra 500 megabytes of data to use each month. So that's the first perk with T-Mobile. The second perk is access to their 5G network, and that is great if you have a 5G capable phone and you live in an area where there is the 5G network to access. So that's 2 perks for T-Mobile, and Mint has 1 perk. We are calling their free calls to Canada and Mexico their singular perk. Now, because T-Mobile has more perks, I'm going to give them the gold star. However, I like Mint's perk of free calling to Mexico and Canada better. The reason is being that I can see myself using that perk more over a little bit of extra data and T-Mobile's 5G network because I don't have a 5G phone. So it's no help to me. And 500 megabytes of extra data is barely noticeable. So we are gonna give the gold star to T-Mobile, but I wanna give major props to Mint for having a really good perk. Now, if you have been keeping score, Mint wins 4 stars to T-Mobile's 3. I only recommend choosing T-Mobile if you want 5G access. Otherwise, Mint is definitely the way to go. And at the very least, I'd go with Mint for the intro pricing period and then switch to T-Mobile if you don't want to prepay 12 months in advance for Mint and don't want to pay the post-intro pricing. Overall, it's just hard to choose T-Mobile when you get more data for less with Mint, and Mint has soft data caps, which lets you to continue to use data at slower speeds after your high speed is used up, compared to T-Mobile's hard data caps, which cuts your data off entirely after your data is used. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. I definitely want to hear from you. Who are you going to choose? Are you going with Mint or are you going with T-Mobile? Let me know. I'm Sherry Briggs. This is WhistleOut TV.